What happened to the goth kid in your class? She was my college roommate, and from the moment we moved in together, she stood out. Not just because of her black hair, black lipstick, and eyeliner that made her eyes look like storm clouds, but because of the aura she carried. She was the quintessential goth kid. Combat boots, fishnet tights, short skirts, and a wardrobe that seemed to whisper rebellion at every turn. I had no idea how different her life was from mine until we got to know each other, and even then, the depths of it shocked me. Her family had been a mess for as long as she could remember. Her parents were distant, emotionally absent at best, and occasionally downright cruel. She would come home from visits looking like someone had tried to strip her of everything that made her her. College was her sanctuary, and our dorm became a tiny island of safety where she could just be herself without anyone telling her she was too loud, too dark, or too much. It was during our second semester that she somehow got me my first job at a small independent bookstore. She had connections, knew the right people, and for reasons I couldn't entirely explain at the time, she wanted me to have that opportunity. I didn't ask why, I just said yes. Working there introduced me to a world of books and quiet corners, and the schedule allowed me to spend time with her, laughing over coffee in the back room, or sharing late-night snacks while listening to old records. At some point, my mom met her. They clicked immediately, in a way that surprised both of us. My mom had this uncanny ability to see the bruises people carried, even the ones they tried to hide. She understood her need for guidance, stability, and someone who genuinely cared. Eventually, my mom adopted her. Not legally, not officially, but emotionally. She became part of our family in a way that made sense to all of us. Fast forward a few years, and she's built a life that, looking back, would have seemed impossible to college me. She lives with her husband and his in-laws, a tight-knit, supportive household. Her 3 kids call me auntie, and my mom grandma, and every time I visit, the house is full of laughter, chaos, and warmth. She still wears her combat boots and tattoos. Her hair is dyed in colors that change with the seasons, and she keeps the dark eyeliner that frames her eyes in a way that makes them seem almost alive. But the rest of her style has shifted. The short skirts, the complicated eye makeup, and the fishnet tights have been retired for the most part. Not because she abandoned her identity, but because life got busier and the daily maintenance was too much to manage while juggling 3 kids, a household, and a career. She's happier than I ever expected the goth girl in my dorm could be. The intensity, the darkness, and the rebellion haven't disappeared. They've just been channeled into something that sustains her rather than drains her. I see her now as a blend of everything she used to be and everything she has become. Creative, resilient, compassionate, and strong. She's someone who survived the worst of her family, found people who loved her unconditionally, and created a home where her children feel safe and cherished. Sometimes, when I think back to those college nights in our dorm, listening to music she loved while we pretended to be invincible, I can't help but marvel at the journey she's taken. From the goth kid standing apart in combat boots to the mother and wife who still carries pieces of that identity proudly. She's proved that you can survive, adapt, and thrive without losing yourself entirely. She comes back to visit from time to time, and when she does, it's like a bridge between past and present. She still has the edge, the darkness, the look that made everyone stare in college, but it's tempered by a life filled with love, family, and belonging. Seeing her now, I understand that she didn't leave the goth behind. She just made room for everything else she deserved.